Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Saturday Show. This is on the Saturday, the 25th of January. I'm Carl as usual. As I said, everyone's hopefully they all staying safe due to the storm that we've had over the last 24 hours here, not just in the UK, but really have red Horne in Scotland as well. Unfortunately, we do have one game has been postponed, unfortunately. There's a big game between it was Celtic against Dundee later on at Parkhead at 3 o'clock. That has been postponed. It has been rearranged on to the 8th of February, that game, due to the damage at the stadium itself. So we will get, we'll hear some more game. We'll try to keep an eye on some fixtures later on today, that any more postponements coming up as well. We'll talk about some of the team news later on in the Premier League games today, as well as looking at the results back in the Europa League and the Champions League results as well, and also talk about last night's what a defeat for Sheffield United to lose against Hull 3-0. So we'll talk more about that. I'm happy more with Glee, but we'll get more into that later on the show. So let's talk about the fixtures for today then. So there's no 12:30 kickoffs in the Premier League today, but we've got some mouth-watering games later on coming at 3 o'clock. Nottingham Forest and AFC both go against each other at Vitality Stadium, a huge game in the top half of the table. Brighton at home against Everton at 3 o'clock. Liverpool at home against Ipswich Town later today. Newcastle go away down to the south coast to face Southampton, while West Wolves against Arsenal later on today, and then the 5:30 kickoff for the big game between Man City against Chelsea in the Scottish Premiership. Only 4 games on today, unless they Aberdeen at home to St Mirren later on at 3 o'clock. Hearts against Kilmarnock, where Ross County go away at home to Birmingham, and Motherwell go away up to Perth to face St Johnston. And in the 3-12 kickoffs in the Championship, Millwall go away to Luton Town, Norwich at home against Swansea City, Stoke at home against Oxford United, while in the 3 o'clock kickoff, Blackburn go away to Bristol City, Cardiff at home against Derby County. This is the relegation 6-pointer battle. Coventry City against Watford. Preston North End against Middlesbrough. What's going to be interesting signing for their sign Morgan Whitaker, that's going to be joining the club at Borough. Quick QPR at home against Sheffield Wednesday. Sunderland against Plymouth Argyle. That's a huge point that Sunderland could go up to second place if to 1 point behind Sheffield United. Sorry, if they beat Plymouth. West Brom at home to Portsmouth later on today. And in League One, two kickoffs in the lunchtime kickoff. Cambridge United against Mansfield Town. Huddersfield Town against Bolton Wanderers. Stevenage go away to Barnsley in the 3 o'clock kickoff. Burton Albion against Rotherham United. Charlton Athletic against Shrewsbury Town. Exeter City against Blackpool. Reading go away to Leyton Orient. Lincoln City at home against Peterborough United. Stockport County at home against Crawley Town. Wigan Athletic against Bristol Rovers, Wycombe Wanderers against Northampton Town, and then the two 12:30 kickoffs as well in League Two. Bradford City against Walsall, MK Dons against a local rival, a rival against AC Wimbledon, Barrow at home to Grimsby Town, Cheltenham away home to Salford City, Port Vale go up to Chesterfield, Colchester United at home to Morecambe, Crew Alexandra against Accrington Stanley. Harrogate Town go have a local Yorkshire derby against Doncaster Rovers away. Excuse me, Fleetwood Town away at Carlisle United. Bromley away to Notts County, and Tranmere against Gillingham. And in some games in the Scottish Championship for Doug, Livingston at home to Hamilton later on today. And in League Two, only one game has been postponed. Arbroath and Celtic Rangers be back postponed due to the storm. And also Spartans at home today against Peterhead at 3 o'clock, while Edinburgh City go away to East Fife. And looking down on the results in the other in the La Liga, a huge game between Real Madrid. They go away to Real Valladolid. Atletico Madrid against Villarreal. And in the Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund against Werder Bremen, while Bayern Munich go to Freiburg, and it's and RB Leipzig against Bayer Leverkusen, which is the big fixture this weekend. While Borussia Mönchengladbach go at home to Bochum. And a big game on one football later today in the Serie A. Napoli at home against Juventus at 5 o'clock later on today. And in League PSG go to Rem, and Strasbourg go at home to Lille as well. And looking at Sunday's games, we've got some mouthwater games on Sunday as well. two 2 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League where we got Crystal Park at home to Brentford. We got Spurs at home to Leicester City at 2 o'clock, and it's a 4:30 kickoff between Aston Villa against West Ham United, and then a 7 o'clock kickoff between Fulham against Manchester United. And one game in the Scottish Premiership, Rangers go away up to Tannadice to face Dundee United. And in La Liga, Barcelona at home against Valencia in the 8 o'clock kickoff. And also, some Lazio gets through to tomorrow or on BT Sport at 7:45. And then the big game on Monday night is the Championship, and it's Leeds United. They go away to Burnley. Leeds can extend their points to 4 points away from Sheffield, up to 4 points for Sheffield United if they beat Burnley at 8 o'clock kickoff. So that's all your fixtures for the weekend. And let's say good morning to Chris. Chris, yes, thank you for sharing this on the community page. Appreciate that. And yes, here's Carl. At least you applaud me for that, for what I have to do. It's a lot of preparation, to make sure I get everything right. But yeah, it is what I do. I do the best as I can do. So let's talk about early in the week in the Champions League fixtures. And what a calamity! What a calamity of what happened at the Parc des Princes. Man City were 2-0 ahead in after 53 minutes. And then what a comeback from PSG. Dembele, Barcola scored the two goals, while John Neves, scored from a free kick from a header, and Gonzalo Ramos finished after that, after it was initially ruled out offside. What a calamity for Man City. I said this night to see Man City Spurs going all Spursy. And yeah, Man City's Champions League progress is in a bit of a peril because they have to win against Club Brugge next Wednesday, to qualify into the knockout to the play for the playoffs to get into the knockout stages. And it was a torrent rain. The game was up and down, and I have to say PSG, they're clicking at the right time. They've been poor as well, not being in the Champions League, how the new system is. But look, I think at the table you got to give credit to PSG to get that win. That was the most likely win to win the last two games. Was needed because they have been struggling after this. The poor start into the Champions League. But Man City, they're under a bit of a situation where they've not won in the last. They've only won two of the last five games. So in the Champions League, which is disappointed. So. They have got huge pressure to beat Club Brugge because Club Brugge are in the top into the playoff stages as well. They have to beat Man City have to beat as well. So, and Chris makes a good point. Just shows why we should not be fooled by Reece Gates. City run all over defensively, and midfield did get better for City in the next 6 games, and pressure against Bruges. I think I don't think this is kind of pressure. I think Club Bruges they got a draw out early this week as well, Chris. But I do worry about Man City if they don't progress because this could be not just a huge effect. This could be a huge effect to the coefficient if Man City want to get back in the Champions League to get the extra place spot as well. Because Liverpool, Chelsea, the only two teams have been unbeaten in the competitions. Those coefficient points is needed, especially Man City needs to get beyond. But it's going to be a tough game, and no lie about it. Looking at the other results as well, it's from 19th to 20. I'm going to say 19th to 26, and even probably to 27th. But these, Man City, Dinamo Zagreb, and Shakhtar Donetsk, the other teams that have as advantage to try to get through, depending on overall results. And I'm looking at here, Celtic, will go to Celtic. They got that win against Young Boys, and they're now qualified. They've qualified for the playoffs. So that a huge win. That was a good result for them as well. So it is going to be an interesting week next week situation as well. So and yeah, that Bruges game feel like 5-0 game for City was not to estimate it. Well, like I said, Club Bruges have been decent to get some results late on. So, but like I said, it's looking at the moment, we're seeing here the results that I looked at here. As I said, Celtic are now qualified for the playoffs. So they know that was huge for them to get that 1-0 win against Young Boys on Wednesday night. Dimmers are going to lose 3-0 away at Arsenal. They still might have a chance to get through as well. As I said, everything's to play for at the moment in for the top spots, and I think we have to be very serious about all games are going to be kicked off simultaneously at the same time next Wednesday, which means it's going to be going to be very interesting who gets where things are going to be finished after 10 o'clock on Wednesday night. It's going to be interesting with that one. Look at the results. Liverpool have qualified ease as well. They will finish top spot. They won 2-1 against Lille. Goals from Mo Salah and Have Elliott and Jonathan Davis scored in the second minute. I think Liverpool Salah getting his 50th European goal for Liverpool. They have put their place in the last 16. A huge win for Liverpool. I think, they've been probably the consistent team that we did expect to do well in this new knockout stage as well. So yeah, give big ups to Liverpool for that to get that win. And other results as well early in the week as well. Real Madrid, they won 5-1 against Salzburg, so they've now uh, all but secured their play. They already secured their place in the playoffs. Aston Villa disappointing defeat, losing 1-0 away at Monaco. That means that their last game against Celtic is going to be huge. They need to to beat Celtic. Also, go their way to get into the top 8 to qualify for the knockout stages as well. Lille and Brest have done quite well. They already qualified as well. Yeah, so between PSV, Club Brugge, Benfica, PSG, Sporting Lisbon, Stuttgart, Man City, Dinamo Zagreb, and probably Shakhtar Donetsk. This is good. It could all change on Wednesday night. Really is, and yeah. But looking at the table, looking at the rest of the table, Genoa, we thought they were going to do something, but they struggled. They're on 3 points along with Leipzig and Red Star Belgrade. Bologna, we thought they were going to do something, but yeah. But this is going to be an interesting week coming up. Really is as well. And as I said, huge key games. Arsenal have already don't need to feel their full strength of squad against Genoa on next Wednesday night. They can away at Wednesday night, while Celtic a lot more comfortable. They don't have to rush about it, but Aston Villa need to win to get into the top in the top 8. Man City gets Club Brugge. Liverpool can go away to PSV without feeling anything as well. Yeah, the following it, yeah, I think that's been probably a good point. Man City is not been on our bingo cards. Not really. We thought Man City would have been more comfortable with this new format, but they haven't. And look at, I think now the big teams are now realizing that you can't take everything for granted. When it was in the old group stage, in the old group stage, start seedings what we had now have a Swiss league format. It's actually a lot better because it realized that teams cannot be just only qualified at a certain amount of games. So I think it has worked to state that it's gonna be exciting who will get what in the playoffs. While the top 8 will wait to see who they will get in the last 16. Sorry, excuse me. So it is going to be a very very interesting playoff who will get as well. Yeah, but interesting enough, you have to win. Yeah, we love the new fight. You have to shows you have to win pretty much. And like I said, Chris, you as a Liverpool fan, that's what you guys have done. You've won every single game, and you've realised that you have to win every game, and you took it seriously. I think there was no pressure with Liverpool at all. Same with Arsenal as well, even though with their league form as well. But it's same with you guys as well. You've kind of taken this seriously, while the other teams like Real Madrid Barcelona thinking this was all easy and stuff, but it hasn't been. And I think that's this huge question that everyone needs to realise that this format is not to be messed about completely. So, gotta give credit to some of the teams that are taking it quite seriously as well. Yeah, so some key games as well. We'll look at Aston Villa against Celtic. Villa needs to win to get into the top 8. We'll see here as well. Who's key games as well. Man City need to beat Bruges as well. Sporting needs to beat Bologna. That's going to be an interesting game. Stuttgart, PSG needs to win to get themselves into the last to the knockout stages, the knockout playoffs as well. See who else as well. Yeah, Zagreb. It's going to be a tougher game. They're facing against AC Milan. I think that's going to be tough against them as well. But yeah, we're looking forward to some important games on Wednesday night. It'll be interesting how that will pan out. Let's go into the Europa League stuff as well, and let's see about the battle of Britain on Thursday night. Man United beating Rangers 2-1, a huge win for them for their progression as well. I have to say, Man United sort of thought Jack Butler had conceded into his own net in the 52nd minute. Well, you know, Cyril Dessy has scored the 80th minute to equalise, and then actually in the 92nd minute, Bruno Fernandes getting that late winner as well. Peace, yeah, I think the substitutes of PSG made a difference. Man City, I think yes, they signed 3 new players, but they can't register them as well, Chris, until if they do get into the next stage. So it's going to be interesting what we'll do. I think there's going to be at least 4 to 5 players from Man City next summer will be going. I think that will be De Bruyne, and so forth as well. Jack Butler donor. Yeah, I know it was a comical own goal, but yeah, listen, Man City to get that win as well, that will progress for them to get into the next stage. What a result! A result for Spurs, despite having more than 10 players out, 13 players out injured. They won 3-2 away at Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim have really been struggling this season, not just in the competition, but in the Bundesliga as well too. First goal from James in the third minute, and then Song's gone in the 22nd. But there was a equal, then game came back to 2-1 while Starch scored in the 60th minute, and then Song finished off in the 70th minute with Moreira scoring in the 80th minute. Was consolation for Hoffenheim. But yeah, Spurs to get that win was vital. So looking at this now after today, Lazio have qualified. We know that about that as well. Man United have also confirmed their qualification status as well. Next Thursday, as well as Spurs as well. But yeah, it's close. Rangers can still can qualify if results go their way. If those will go away, they're in 13th at the moment, but they can still qualify for the knockout stages, which is fair enough. But they can still get into the top 8. Uh, yeah, it's going to be interesting where the other teams are at the moment. But yeah, it's going to be mouthful with games on the fixtures in that on next Thursday. Man United go away to Bucharest to face Standard Bucharest, while Spurs are at home to Elfenborg. Elfenborg Rangers home to Union St. Galles as well. Roma at home to Frankfurt. Yeah, so some key games that could be interesting after 9:45 or 10 o'clock, who will go through to the next stages of the knockout stages as well. There was no Conference League because that's only 6 games, so we will know the announcements of who will play against who in that fixtures in a couple of weeks' time as well. So yeah, let's go on to see the messages and see from Chris. Chris, as usual, Spurs would never be successful if Ange don't adopt defensively. Ange is stubborn. He won't change his style, to be honest, as well. Yeah, listen, it's going to be questions about him as well, and if he especially he's been not happy with the injuries and stuff. But like I said, Spurs are probably at this moment, they have one foot in the door in the semi-final in the second leg coming up against Liverpool as well. After that, so it's gonna be a huge game for Spurs if they want to win something as well. Let's move on to the big result last night and the shocking result. I know we'll talk about this on the Championship review that will come out on Monday ahead of the Leeds United game. But let's talk about what a result for Sheffield United. For Hull City, they beat Sheffield United 3-0 yesterday at Bramwell last night. Matt Crooks score. What a wonder goal from Matt Crooks. That was what a really, really good goal. And then Matty Jacobs scored in the 60th minute and Harrison Bowes with an own goal in the 80th minute. That solidified Hull's win as well. 3 wins from 3 for Hull, which is really good at the moment. They boosted their survival hopes. I have to say, it was Sheffield United the Blaze piled on pressure, but Hull was very narrow. They stayed structured quite well. Good fair play to Ruby Sellers to get the result, which means that in Chris Wilder's terms, he still thinks they're on 60 points, where he's losing his mind. They after the two, he's got 2 points after they got deducted 2 points for not paying the bills properly. It's now put pressure on. It's now pressure on. We'll have to say on them now because the loss. That's the second loss at home in the last few weeks as well, and you can see. I'm hoping and I'm praying to see a collapse. That's all I'm hoping for. And like I said, a really good, which means Leeds can go 4 points ahead of Sheffield United on Monday night if they beat Burnley, and Burnley can either go above them as well too. But also, it's a big game to get at Stadium Light, where actually Sunderland have to beat Plymouth to try to close the gap now in a point behind. So this is going to be an exciting weekend that things could twist and turns along the way. But yeah, the new signings such as Tom Cannon and Berberton Diaz, they couldn't they had so much chances, but they were struggling. But what a game between Carl Joseph and Elliot Mate, who they started the game quite well, But at the moment, was it offside after the offside for Sheffield United? Would they try to equalise? I don't know. Maybe. At least you're not seeing me because I'm not more smug. So in a way, it is a happy win for Hull City. I'm glad to see someone like Sheffield United don't get things their way after the way they've been trying to. I don't know. Especially with Sheffield United, I think that the way the officials are being biased towards them and they should be impartial, it shows that karma came to them. They're not going to get their way at this moment. Hopefully, they don't get their way. And hopefully, we go to Bramall Lane in a few weeks' time and beat their asses comfortably after that dogging performance that they played against us a couple months ago. Back in, we were 1-2-0 against them. So I'm hoping and I'm praying for some ass whooping from us to beat Sheffield United at their ground and just yeah. I'll talk more about that with Michael Bowers later this weekend as well, which we'll present live on Monday as well. But yeah, it was a good result, and I was kind of glad and happy about that as well. So we could easily talk about the poor form. Yeah, you're right, Chris. It's been so poor as well, and it just shows you this. They were gloating when we drew 3-3 against Hull. When and look at them now, they're not gloating anymore now, aren't they? So you know what, karma's a bitch sometimes. So it comes to haunt them back anyway. So I am not holding back. Do you know, Chris? I didn't hold back last night on our group chat. I never hold back at all. Chris Father, I put, we had 2 points of the leads in my own little world. This and that. But what the fuck you? Just seriously. You say you 2 points, but you got deducted too much for not paying your bills, and you're saying that, oh, I just motivate. That don't motivate you. You got deducted 2 points for a reason. Are you trying to say there's no 2 points on it? It's like us saying we had minus 15 points when we got into administration, but we didn't put like, oh, we started on zero. We actually just got on with it and got into the playoffs that season, despite we lost the Millwall. We did do well to get to win a lot of those games. So yeah, I'm not holding back, Chris. And I'm not going to for the next few weeks if Sheffield United continue this run of form. So I will be glad. I'll be really glad. But yeah, as I said, now looking forward to Monday night's game. That's going to be huge as well. So, yeah, it is. So let's go for some transfer news and talk about some stuff that's happened in the last couple of days. Kyle Walker has now joined AC Milan from Man City on loan with an option to buy for £4 million. That deal has been done and dusted. Also, Morgan Whittaker has joined Middlesbrough for £6 million move as well. So that deal has also been done as well. Looking at some other key signings as well. In the Championship, Ali Al Hamandi is joined Stoke on loan from Ipswich to the end of the season. See here, Lewis Sibley is also joined from Chelsea, from Oxford to Rotherham on loan. Julian Senso is joined Ipswich from Brighton on loan for the end of the season. Yeah, it's a good deal for both Man City. I think Kyle Walker has come to the end of his career at Man City. We already know that, and I think Rico Lewis is going to probably be that number one right back going forward. So yeah, it's going to be a huge change in that one. Diego Carlos is joined Fenerbahce. He left Aston Villa to join Fenerbahce on a permanent deal. Let's see, early in the week as well. Wilfred's a big move for Wilfred Zaha. He's joined Charlotte FC in the MLS on loan for the rest of the rest of the 2025 as well. Other key signings this past week as well, just to look at here. Abubakar Kozo has joined Man City on £33 million move as well. Berberton Diaz early this week, I said yesterday, he's joined Sheffield United on loan. As long as Giorgio Selvi is joined Burnley for free towards the end of the season. That's an interesting move. Uh, whew. Jakob Mulder has left Bright to join Feyenoord on a permanent deal. Maxwell Cornet is going to Genoa from West Ham on loan after his loan spell at Southampton was terminated. Roman Esse, that's a good move for him to go to Crystal Palace on a permanent deal. That Crystal Palace always sign some good players from the Championship youngsters. They really are good at that. It's not a surprise that he's joined them as well. See in the last couple of days as well. So yeah, so we are getting quite close to Rando Coloma is joining Juventus on loan towards the end of the season. Yeah, so just to confirm, we only got less than a week to go in the transfer, which will finish deadline days on the 3rd of February. Due to yes, on the 3rd of February, we will try to keep an eye on the deadline day stuff that's going to be happening as well. Yeah, not much going on quiet, but we are expecting some moves that's going to be happening in the next couple of days as well. Orman Manzura is now joined from Man City for £59 million from Eintracht Frankfurt, and Victor Rice is also joined Man City from Palmeiras as well. So yeah, those are the key signings that's happening in the last couple of days. We'll keep an eye on the next couple of days as well. The future of Marcus Rashford. We can confirm that Anthony has joined Real Betis on loan towards the end of the season as well, which is not a surprise. I think he's been the worst signings in Man United history, one of the worst signings in Manchester United history. Yeah, and like I said, it's going to be interesting what's going to happen in the next couple of days of who's going to be joining if Max Rashford can leave Old Trafford. But I feel like he's going to have to stay and be suffering a little bit more under that relationship because I don't think he will get back into the squad. I really don't. So yeah, we'll recap on the stuff in the next couple of days. Well, let's go through some transfer gossip news as well. Villa have now joined in the race to sign Mateus Cunha, which is being reported in the Daily Mail. ESPN have also confirmed Barcelona's attempts to sign Marcus Rashford is going to be scuppered due to they've not sold enough players to free up the funds. Barcelona's financials still so badly as well. Fabrizio Romano has said that Manchester United will make a second offer for Denmark defender Patrick Dogu after the initial £25 million bid was rejected. Ruben Amorim has been left frustrated by the lack of club's transfer activity, with players not being sold this month. That's in the Manchester Evening News. In the Telegraph, Algerian club Al Nassr prepared an official offer to Aston Villa's Colombia striker John Duran. See here in Fabrizio Romano that you know Ajax are not interested to let Brian Bobbery go. Told that they will not let Brian Bobbery to go to West Ham on loan. They want a permanent deal. While Real Madrid are open preliminary talks, this is in the build with over Joshua Kimmich or someone when the contract it does expire, and also there's still talks about really Alexander Garnacho will join Chelsea this month after the switch to Napoli has been stalled as well. Yeah, Chris, that's the thing I want to come to is the Arsenal. This is a massive missed window opportunity for them of not signing a striker where you have Gabi Jesus out as well as Briako Saka. They are really struggling, and I'm surprised to not make any signings to try to help that to try to really close the gap to Liverpool. With Benjamin Sesko, he has a gentleman's agreement that he can leave Leipzig the summer. Why not get him now? It's nothing to lose, and I just don't know if they will do. I think we know that the Arsenal will have to let some players go. Kieran Tierney is more likely going back to Celtic on a free transfer in this summer coming up as well. And we talk about Arsenal; they're not receiving any formal bids for Alexander Zinchenko. He could be there towards beyond the end of the transfer window. So it's Arsenal really have really not done well to get the players that they need to do to try to. So I think it's a huge worry for the Gunners. I think Mikel Arteta, he was quite tense in his press conference yesterday. It wasn't a surprise at all the way he's been coming out, and I just think it's a huge worry. It's a huge worry if you're Gunners fan of not getting the players that you wanted. So it's a huge worry for Arsenal because this could be making break of their title race campaign if they don't get sign anyone. So yeah, it's a huge worry for them. It's a huge worry for them, and I think you have to question about of everything that they're trying to do today. And I think it's just surprising how they've really not done what not to go into sign a big player. Well, Liverpool are probably fine. I think they've got the capabilities to go continue to their run of form towards the end of the season. But for Arsenal, if you're an Arsenal fan, I think this is a huge worry if you're not making the signings completely. And I just doubt about it as well. Cunha's not. I don't think Cunha's right for Arsenal. Arsenal, has got the batter. Chusesco's more like to leave in the summer. But could Arsenal just go for him now? Leipzig have not done quite well in the Champions League. I don't know about the Bundesliga. I think the Bundesliga they've really been struggling actually. They've been struggling this season. They're fifth at the moment. But like I said, it's a fear that if they don't, the German teams in Europe needs to get that extra place as well to try to get to five. So it's everything to play for. So I think if they sign in Zubimendi in the summer, that's what we hear from Arsenal. Then looks like they're leaving things in the summer. Where Man City have done the opposite and started to do that rebuild now, which is probably the right thing to do when they should have done the rebuild last summer. So, but I think for Arsenal, I think Mikel Arteta is taking what out of Pep's book and just not really decided to sign the players that he wants. So, yeah, it is a bit of a probably just going to be disappointing transfer window for Arsenal completely. I just don't think it's going to be. I think this is calamity. It's huge calamity for Arsenal. It really is. So yeah, well, we'll see in the Chris on deadline day. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a live show of it yet. I haven't decided yet, but I'll speak to some other content creators and see what they're doing as well. Yeah, well, honestly, it doesn't get all wrong all the time, but I think hopefully when the transfer window is ending, we can get back to a bit of quietness. But OC is all right. It depends when he's trying to get the right information. But yeah, who do we trust? But especially with what's going on in the world with press and stuff, I wouldn't go into that. But listen, he's the only people. Osteen is one of them I would rely on quite a bit as well as one or two other people as well, depending on the source as well. But yeah, we'll talk. That's another matter for that one as well. But it is going to be an interesting transfer window, and I think if Arsenal don't make the signs, I think they're out of the title race completely. I just don't think they'll get close to Liverpool. I think Liverpool will just all it says storm away towards the winning the league. But if Nottingham Forest do get Mateus Cunha, that's going to be interesting. How Nottingham Forest are now spending big money now to try to get their place into the Champions League because looking at now on the table, they're third with 44 points, level with Arsenal, and Chelsea's behind them, and Man City. So this is going to be an interesting top four finish race completely for the top four completely. So yeah, do you know January is always for small Premier League clubs, but somehow we've seen how Man City have now becoming a bit more active, which is not likely because they don't do signings in January. So, yeah, it's always a small Premier League clubs, especially the teams that are battling for relegation. That's the most agreed thing. So, yeah, it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be interesting top four finish. I wouldn't be interested in top bottom three finish because I think the teams that are down there are probably going to go down. Actually, was very concerned about Ruud van Nistelrooy. There's been rumors that he was going to walk away from Leicester City because of the lack of transfer funds as well, and also the owners have now cleared the debt off, converted into equity. So it just sounds like this is going to be a very, very interesting transfer window for Leicester. Leicester have not got enough money to buy players. They've had to sell Tom Cannon for FAP rules anyway. So this is going to be quite an interesting transfer window the next 7 days left coming up. So I will go through the team news as well, just to discuss the team news later today. So starting with Bournemouth against Nottingham Forest, Marcus Tavernier will have a late fitness test after he's come back from a hamstring injury. Anna Smith, Lewis and Sierra, and Alex Scott are all new returns, but they still will remain on the long term list of injuries. Julio Soler is at the under 20 South American Championship. For Nottingham Forest, Carl Hudson-Odoi is doubt after limping off in the groin problem last weekend's win against Southampton. But like I said, there's no fresh injuries for the Reds at all. With Ibrahim Saga still sidelined with hamstring injury surgery last year. So looking at the head-to-head, both have unbeaten in in the past 9 Premier League games against Nottingham Forest. Won five, have drawn four. Forest have only won one in the last 10 fixtures against the Cherries as well. The team scoring first have not won in the 5 Premier League meetings as well. Let's go on to Brighton and Hove against Everton. They will assess the Brighton. They will assess the fitness of Lewis Dunk and Matt O'Reilly, who are both doubts with minor injuries. Jack Hinswell could feature the first time since the 9th of November. Brandon Gorinder is back in contention, but no Evan Ferguson or James Milner or Freddie Calgary. They still remain out. Dwight McNeil will consult a specialist on a knee issue that has sidelined him for 8 games, and the operation will be required. But Team Immigrant is returned to the training after 4 months out with a foot injury. Liverpool gets Ipswich Town, and unfortunately, Doug was supposed to go to Liverpool yesterday, but unfortunately, due to the red alert around Scotland, he's unfortunately can't go to the game today, and it's a shame that he was looking forward to go to the game against Ipswich Town. But we just confirmed that the team news that no Curtis Jones is ruled out with injury as well, joining Diego Jota and Joe Gomez on the sidelines. Looks like Embera Konate could be playing this week after managing his knee pain, returning from injury early this month. Julian Sanchez should be available for his Ipswich debut, while JD Fillon waits for his first start since joint signing from Aston Villa. No Samuel Modric and Conor Chaplin and Chinese O'Bennett remain out. Carl Phillips is back at being eligible for his parent club, Man City, and also Anzel Tuzabe is in contention to start as well. Looking at the rest of the team news for the rest of the Premier League games, Southampton against Newcastle United. Albert Gronka is only training with the team. He's only likely to feature this weekend. Tyler Diblin is still sidelined with an ankle injury, while Kadim Suleiman misses out with a minor hamstring problem. Uh, Aaron Ramsdale will be assessed after sustaining an injury during training, while Newcastle Nick Pope is looked like he's going to be named in that match day squad this weekend. No Jamal Axelis and Harvey Barnes, they remain out, and so does Carl Wilson as well. For a game for Wolves against Arsenal, Toti Gomez could feature for the first time since Boxing Day after returning into training. He's not ready to play tonight for 90 minutes. Mario Lamena will not be involved in the match. He's got until the end of the transfer window. William Saliba will miss a third consecutive game because of hamstring injury. Miles Lewis Skelly will also be absent this week as well, and he will be assessed. Ricardo Cofaro will be involved in the match's squad after return to the match's squad on Wednesday. And look at in the 5:30 kickoff as well. Uh, Man City have confirmed, but Pep Guardiola said that new sides Ola Masura, Victor Reyes, and Abuda Kozov will be in the matchday squad. No Ruben Diaz, he's out by muscle issue after against PSG. No Jeremy Doku as well, while Nathan Aki, Oscar Bob, and Roger remain sidelined for Chelsea. Levi Kowa and Enzo Fernandez could be both returning to Chelsea after missing against Wolves. Cole Palmer is a major doubt onto Monday's grade, but is fit. But Romero Levy will be out for several more weeks as well. Go into Sunday's games with the team news. Czech Decore and Chira will both be ruled out with knee injuries, and the severity of those issues remains unclear. Roman Esse will be making his Premier League debut this weekend. He'll be included. Jefferson Lerma should return after his illness, but no Adam Walton. He's out after a groin surgery, still out. For Brentford, Michael Kyoto is waiting international clearance. Will not make his debut against Palace at Salzburg Sunday after signing on loan from Fiorentina on Friday. Christopher Ajay is back after missing the past 6 games with ankle issue, but no Josh De Silva and Ethan Pinnock is still out of their current injuries as well. Sunday's game, Spurs against Leicester City. No Jed Spence could be facing a fitness test. No Pape Matasahi's doubt as well. He's out for this game. Well, Yevis Basuna could return to Boston in midfield. No Dominic Solanke, he's injured for 6 weeks with a knee injury, along with the likes of Brendan Johnson, Christian Romero, and Mickey Van der Vel on the lengthy injury list. New signing, Wal Kobai will make his debut for Leicester this weekend, while Wilfred and Didi and Madis Hermanis will not return this weekend, while Abdel Fattah and Ricardo Pereira remain long-term injury absentees. And also a 4:30 kickoff between Aston Villa against West Ham. No, John McGinn is back after hamstring injuries and continues to face West Ham. But fortunately, there's still no Amadou Onana, Ross Barkley, along with Paul Torres, while Donnell Marlin and Andres Garcia will their debuts, hopefully tomorrow. And hopefully West Ham could be boosted by by bringing one player back, either Christian Somerville or Jared Bowen, along with Dinas Mapanos is also suspended with his consequence his red card against Crystal Palace last weekend. And in the late kickoff on Sunday, on tomorrow, Fulham against Manchester United. No fresh injury concerns for Michael Silva for Fulham. They could have the same side that won at Leicester City last weekend. Reece Nelson's returned to train after a hamstring strain, while Kenny Tate is the only long-term absentee. Both Nurcio Mazzuri and Matez De Ligt both suffered knocks in the past week, and also while Lenny Yo is fatigued after starting 3 Premier League matches. Still no Luke Shaw, who's close to a first season return, but Victor Lanu is back in training this week as well. So I am going to finish off looking at some result going through my predictions actually, and I'll go through them all in quick scenarios because I want to finish off the stuff off shortly. So let's go through the results. Bournemouth against Forest. I've gone for Forest to win 2-1. I think this is good. I think this is a close win for Forest to continue there to try to get into the Champions League next season as well. Everton to beat Brighton to beat 2-1 against Everton. I've gone for that. I've gone for 4-0 win for Newcastle at Southampton. Wolves lose 2-0 at home to Arsenal. Fortunately, Liverpool to win 2-0 against Ipswich. And I'm going for a 2-2 draw between Man City against Chelsea. Brentford to win Crystal Palace tomorrow 3-1 for Igon. Going for a tight 1-0 win for Spurs tomorrow. Also a 3-2 win for Aston Villa against West Ham. And Fulham to win against Man United 2-0 as well. For Doug, just seeing on his predictions as well, to see what he's put down. He has actually put that a 2-2 draw between both Bournemouth and Forest. He's gone for a 2-1 win for Brighton. He's gone for a cricket score for Liverpool to win 5-0 against Southampton. A 3-1 win for Newcastle to beat Southampton. A 2-1 win for Arsenal against Wolves. He's gone for Man City to beat Chelsea 3-1, while Palace losing 1-0 home to Brentford. Spurs winning 4-2 against Leicester City. He's gone for a 2-1 win for Aston Villa against West Ham, and a 2-1 win for Man United to beat Fulham tomorrow as well. Tomorrow. So I'm going to finish off with this, and that's the end of the show as well. As I said, I'm more doing pre-recordings of the Championship review. That should be coming out on Monday before the game against Leeds United, between Burnley and Leeds United. I will put that up as well on Monday, before around Monday lunchtime afternoon to put that up. But I'll be back here live next Saturday at 11 o'clock. Hopefully Doug will be back on as well. He just needed, I think, I didn't want him to. I wanted to make sure he didn't want to be on the show today. I just said just give him a break, especially he was supposed to go to Liverpool yesterday. But so I thought I'd do the show by myself. But like I said, hopefully I'll see you guys at the same time next week. As I said, please follow my links on Blue Skies as well. If you want to join me for anything, and then follow me on both of our on social media as well. And please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for upcoming content on this channel as well too. But I hope you guys have a good weekend. Stay safe due to the weather, and I'll see you guys at the same time next Saturday at 11 a.m. Take it for now. Bye bye.